guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be breaking down the cybersecurity degree from WGU. But not just the degree itself, I'm going to show you exactly how to fast track it using a smarter transfer study and how you can use UPI study to knock out a big chunk of your courses before you even enroll. Now, here's the thing most people don't have to realize about WGU. You do not have to complete the entire degree there. In fact, you're required to complete only about 25% at WGU, which means the rest can be transferred in if you plan this correctly. And that's where UPI study comes in, because instead of guessing what to take and where, you can actually follow a structured path and clear multiple requirements ahead of time. First, let's talk about your general education courses. These are the easiest credits in the entire degree, and you want to get these done as quickly as possible before starting WGU. So, courses like Communication Basics, US Government, Health, or Science Requirements, these are all things you should complete through UPI study. These are typically fast-moving courses, and if you stay consistent, you can realistically complete them in just a few days each, which already puts you weeks ahead before even starting your degree. Now moving into your foundational IT courses. This is where a lot of students slow down at WGU because some of those classes are more time-consuming than expected. Complete your intro-level tech courses in advance. That includes things like Introduction to Information Technology, Networking Basics, Database Fundamentals, Programming Foundations. These are all core building blocks for cybersecurity. With UPI study, you can go through these in a more simplified and structured way. So instead of spending weeks on one class, you're moving them efficiently and transferring them in. A lot of people underestimate networking foundations. This is one of those courses that tends to take people longer at WGU. So if there's one class you definitely want to complete before enrolling, it's this one. Same with programming basics. Even if you're not planning to code heavily, having that foundation done early makes everything else easier. Now let's talk about higher level technical courses. Depending on your pace, you can also start working on intermediate topics like database management or scripting fundamentals through UPI study. Some of these may take a bit longer than general ed classes, but completing them early still saves you a significant amount of time during your WGU term. Now shifting into certifications, because this is where cybersecurity is completely different from most other degrees. In this field, certifications are just as important, if not more important than the degree itself. So what you want to do is complete your coursework strategy with certifications that give you maximum value. For example, certifications like CompTIA A+ can actually cover multiple course requirements at once, which means you're knocking out more credits with a single effort. The same idea applies to certifications in networking or security depending on your path. So your ideal plan looks like this. You complete your general ed and foundational courses through UPI study. Then you focus on certifications that eliminate multiple classes, and then you finish your remaining credits at WGU. And remember, you don't need to complete at least 25% of your degree at WGU. So you want to save some of those easier courses for that phase so you can move quickly through your term. And then, of course, you'll have your capstone project at the end, which is required and something you'll complete at WGU. Honestly, the biggest mistake people make is starting without a plan. They enroll first and then they try to figure it out later, when in reality, if you just spend a few weeks up front using UPI study to clear courses, you can save yourself months of time.